Brothers, welcome back. We are back. Just making a quick progress series for December to let you guys know I'm still alive. As you can see, we are just absolutely crushing it over here on the BUBO. So I'm gonna list what we've been up to and what the plans are gonna be. But there's gonna be a lot to get into, so let's get into it.
You gotta just press record.
First up, it's going to be alchemy. We've gotten to rank 44, gap of 29 on the first liquid, and then rank 43 and 30 for the second, and 44 and 23 for the last one. Main progress right now is to get these up to, I'd like at least base 50 for the rates, and then base 30s for the cap. So, you know, we're getting there. As far as the vials, we're closing in on at least rank 10 for all these is what I'm trying to get. Obviously, Pearl Seltzer, a little bit low, but, you know, that's kind of a hard one to do. And then for the starting materials, we're looking at maxing, hopefully before January, before World 5 comes out. And then for the alchemy speed, we just broke 80. That's just been because I've been on BUBO for an extremely long time, so that's coming. Dreamcatcher, about to unlock, as well as Peapod, so I can get all sigils at 50% faster than normal, so love it there. A very big unlock, and as you can see, we've got 625 pins because we don't need them anymore. So in the time I was gone, we were able to completely max the post office, which, just between you and me, that was probably one of the biggest things I had wanted to do when I first started playing Idleon, was to have a completely maxed post office. And just super happy about this. This was probably the thing I was the most excited to get done. So we finally completed the post office. Post office completely done. Don't even have to worry about it anymore, unless Lava adds another 3 boxes or maybe even another tab in World 5. So we'll have to see for that. All right, now we're in World 3. My refinery, I'm still going off of that infinite refinery cycle. So we're looking pretty good. So I've gotten the first page to where I wanted it, which is 14, 8, and 4. That way it can continuously run. It doesn't need me to continuously do anything. And we just ranked up our green salts. And I'm going to check real quick, but I think it's 8, 6, and 3, but I'll check and I'll be right back. Okay, so I was off. It's actually 11, 6, and 3, so we just need 3 more levels for the green salts, 1 more level for the purple salt, and we'll be looking good. And the only reason why this one wasn't running was because we didn't have enough green salts to make it go. So not too much longer for this, and I think we'll be pretty much set. A big goal that I'm looking at getting done is I'm about to start the great resampling as I'm coming back into playing Idleon more, feeling a lot better. We did break rank 100 as far as the green mush sample, so I'm pretty stoked about that. We're at almost 51,000. I feel pretty good about that, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to carry that momentum, and I'm going to resample all the monster parts, and I'm going to resample just all the miscellaneous stuff. Try to push as hard as I can for the logs and the copper ore samples, which I don't know where I've got it. Okay, I'm not even doing copper ore. I think that's because I have just so much I don't need it anymore. Yeah, I've got 382 million, and I can't see needing more than 382 million at the moment. So I think that's a pretty good spot to cap it right there. Try to get the rest of these bad boys maxed out. And while I've got the storage open, this may sound kind of funny, but I'm actually super stoked about the storage because I redid it. It was it was kind of gross, and I wasn't too happy about it. Major goal here, at least in the first page, is I want to get all the bars. Really hurting there for the bars just because of how much it took to max the post office. So getting these up to 10 mil. So I'll go with gold ore and then just work my way down. Other than that, I mean, everything's looking good. 3 billion logs. I don't think I don't have a single log that's not green stacked. I'm gonna work on getting the rest of the catching up. 40 million goldfish, 17 million on that. Just a couple fishes that I really need to work on. I've been beating the crap out of the krakens just because I needed it for the weapon power. But I finally got to the point where I have a Beastmaster, which I'll show you later, who's doing a phenomenal job with the pets. So really happy about that. Really happy with how the bank's looking. Monster materials do need some work, in a couple of aspects. I think once I show you where I'm at as far as the breeding, I think I might just go back through World 1 since all my guys have pretty high capacity, and I might just, 10 mil stack all the monster materials. So that is what I'm looking forward to. I was gone for a while, so you're going to see a lot of the Lucky Lads. I think I'm at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Did I get another one? Okay, so 7. Keep that in mind. 7. We'll come on over here. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So we have 20 Lucky Lads. So every character can get 2. Was gone there for obviously a while, so it's kind of funny. I think every single day, this is the power of a BUBO. So get your BUBO, get them up there. That's just the power of it. Got 20 Lucky Lads in the last couple of weeks while I've been busy. But no, everything's looking good. Trying to get these up to about 1 million a piece, just so I feel comfortable. And then I'm stockpiling whatever the Dujad eyes. Just because I do like to help people with the King Duke quest as much as I can. And really no need to stack the lower materials. And I will probably try to get into, I don't think I need any more gold twine, but getting the pearl seltzer up. So all my potions, been trying to do as much as I can every single day to get those bad boys. Just monster materials, materials from the bosses. You can see I split that up just because I'm going to keep one spot open for when lava makes maybe a different drop, kind of like how the rest of the monsters have it. And then I used peanuts just as a way to make sure stuff's not falling into a tab I don't want it to. Miscellaneous gear that I'm just I probably should get rid of, but I don't want to get rid of it, then possibly need it. Again with the peanuts, just stockpiling on materials. I actually got rid of 3 or 4 of the grandma's hats just because I didn't need them anymore. And yeah, that's how we're looking. Just I forget what they're called, upgrade stones. This again, just so when I go to deposit, it doesn't go to that tab. These I'm stocking up on just for all the characters who don't have it. And then here's the candies. So pretty barren on the candies. I have been using a lot of them to get the Maestro up. So, not a whole lot going on there, but yeah, I think the bank's coming along pretty well. Do have a lot more than 525 ladles, just because I haven't taken them from my Blood Berserker and put them here. But I'm rambling as far as the bank preview, so gonna cut it there. All right, so my BUBO is back. Just gonna come to him real quick, do a little damage showcase. He's at 185.5 million with absolutely 0 damage cards on. This was when I was going for the drop rate. Get a couple Lucky Lads. Didn't know I was going to get 20 of them. So with absolutely no damage cards, and I believe this is still on crit. So looking at 185 million damage, 155% for the crit chance, crit damage 1.89, accuracies just under 500,000, defense just shy of 3k. Movement speed is what it is, 229, drop rarity 4.48. Brings me to a good point. One of my major goals is going to be pushing for the pop obols and the drop rate class XP. Not too worried about it. I don't think there's any point going to 400 other than it looks cool. So we're gonna do a quick preview of the other characters just because the Blood Berserker is tied to my cooking, and my Divine Knight's tied to my construction. So we're gonna hop on over to those guys right now. Alright, we are over on the Divine Knight. I'm actually able to craft the diabolical weapon, so that was probably the second set of weapons I was the most excited to look forward to, as opposed to my first one, which was the Electric Ordeal for the Maestro. All the diabolical weapons, minus the fist weapons, they look kind of dumb, but the rest of them look, phenomenal. I just crafted my second diabolical weapon. It's actually on my Beastmaster, which I'm going to show you when I get into breeding. But I wanted to show you where we're sitting as far as construction. So we'll call it about a month, maybe a month and a half ago. I was sitting at maybe 200k total build rate. So we're looking at 1.28 there. Obviously, it goes up if you go into this for some reason. I don't know. Somebody could explain to me why it does that. But we're doing a good job. We've got, I think we're about to hit base 50s. I know there's a 49 or a 48 hanging, yeah, 48 hanging out here somewhere. So once we get rid of these 49s and 48s, we'll be looking at base 50s across the board as far as experience. And obviously that's gotten our Divine Knight up to 225. So absolutely loving it. We're 1.5 million. We're looking pretty good. We've maxed out quite a few buildings. And, you know, we're 3 off of the talent book library. A little bit short on the Scorpions, but that's because a lot of what I'm looking at is going towards getting another Royal Trap and stuff like that. So the Scorpions are kind of on a standby. So really only 2 more buildings to max up there. Boulder Roller, 43 out of 50. Our Frozen Malone, 41 out of 50. Stormcaller, 40 out of 50. Party Starter, about to be 35. Kraken Cosplayer, kind of slept on him. I really need to get him up. And then Psionic Elder, the only reason why he hasn't been upgraded is I did run out of salts, but that shouldn't be a problem. Pretty close, 95 out of 100 on this one, 68, and then, you know, they're just going to kind of go down as we go down. So I'm at that point now where I'm going to finish these last 2 buildings up here. Finish up the, I'd call them the main 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that you use for most of the tower defense, and then I'm gonna, you know, just go down the line. I'm gonna build all of these, and that's probably gonna be halfway through World 5, but I think we're making pretty good progress. So I'm gonna jump off here, and I'm gonna show you the Hunter. All right, this is my Hunter. He is looking at 171.11 mil. He's got my second diabolical weapon. Love it. Do need to save up to get him 2 Emperor's Obols. He's primarily focusing on getting us condensed zaps, as well as the World 4 boss keys, just so we can, you know, eventually go for just a spree, end up like Gandalf and, you know, get 7 pairs of wings. But we're gonna jump on back over to town, and I want to show you what we accomplished since the last time we talked, and it's been a bit. So we have pushed all the way through World 1. We're getting dangerously close to finishing World 2, and I was able to push down to the boom boxes, or sorry, the bot box. I thought they were called boom boxes, but the bot boxes, which are the converters, you know, gives you the free spice. So if I was to come up here and claim, you know, free spices, right? So absolutely perfect. I'm starting to get to the point where I can really flush this stuff out. Just started today on this, so, you know, the total foraging speeds, they might be a little bit lower than yours, but that's what I'm looking forward to. And we also were able to get all of them. We got all of the Shores of Eternity, the Starfield Skies, Nebulon Mantle, all done, and we're able to produce salt on it. And let me find the arena. The one thing that got that to be possible was round 125. That 6 pet battle slot. You can't sleep on it. It would not have been possible without the 6 pet battle slot. And I think come January, once I finish the final, Idleon efficiency review, once I wrap up the Idleon Efficiency Review Grand Series, which is, I'm going to take all of the help that's gone into the community. I'll ask you guys to send in, hey, it helped you, hey, it helped me do this, you know, my account's grown. Once I get all that, I release that video, then I think it's going to be a good time to, you know, try and go for that round 200, 1.4x total damage, nothing to sleep on. So extremely happy. And there's one more thing I want to show you. Other than our unlocking of the Royal Traps, if we come on over to, let me switch talents real quick. If we come on over to the attack talents, we have done it, boys. We have done it. We have a beautiful full set. Everyone can, you know, trap 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We can trap 8 mobs per character. That was a big driving force for me, just because, you know, you see all the really good players who had that, and I wanted that, I wanted that to be me. So right there, coming along very nicely, and I think I have one more thing I want to show you guys. All right, we are on the Blood Berserker. Nothing crazy going on here, but you'll see, besides the 61 trillion Turkeyla tanks that we own, this guy, right, who's normally cooking, if I go up and I upload the player, boom, we are looking quite nice, if I say so myself. So we are looking at 1 trillion 362 billion on our first kitchen. So we did it. We finally broke 1 trillion. Yeah, and with all the, you know, strives that we're making in the breeding department, getting as much spices as we can. Gonna be looking to push Diamond Chef, and absolutely excited for World 5. I've hit the max the post office. I hit 1 trillion on the cooking, rank 125, unlock all spices in the 6th battle slot. Almost at 1.5 million as far as construction. Those were all the big goals I had that I wanted to get done before World 5 comes out, and I think we did it. So it is good to be back, brothers. I'm sorry I was gone for so long. I look forward to being able to talk to you guys every single day again. Feeling great. I'm feeling great. So I'm going to cut it off there. It's good to be back, and I'll talk to you brothers later.